Hi, you guys. Welcome back. And of course, if you are new to Meaningful Motivations with Tracy Erickson, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson, and this is video number 3 of the Evolution of Consciousness series. And today's video is going to be all about the dream language, which is the language of symbols, and how that language of symbols relates to your day-to-day life. So stay tuned. Images and symbols have been used throughout time to describe stories of humanity. And images like archetypal images and symbols can also tell the story of your soul's growth and spiritual development. And those stories can be told through dreams, as well as through the tarot, and even simply through storytelling and the stories that we've heard spoken orally throughout the ages. Using the examples of tarot and of dreams, you can see that the images are actually symbols that are given from subconscious mind to the conscious mind. So when you are having a dream, for instance, your awareness is not in your conscious waking state as it normally is right now. When you are having a dream, your consciousness is in the sleeping state. So instead of being in your conscious mind, your awareness then moves to subconscious mind. And therefore you are able to observe these symbolic images through your dreams. And those images can actually relay messages to your conscious mind if you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, so to speak. And in the book Esoteric Cosmology, Rudolf Steiner is quoted saying, "Man's present faculty of dreaming will beget a new kind of vision, a perception of the astral and spiritual world." So through dreams and tarot cards, you can receive messages through symbolic images or even archetypal images. And that is received from the subconscious mind to the conscious mind. But there's also another way that images and symbols can be used to kind of affect your consciousness. And that is from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind. So when we receive images from the world around us, those symbols or images are actually processed through our subconscious mind in different ways than they are processed through our conscious mind. Most people barely understand the power of their own minds, let alone understanding the power of the symbols that can be received through the senses and fed to the mind. In his book, Rudolf Steiner also has another quote. "The man of today lives only in his senses and intellect, which elaborates what the senses tell him. The intellect of man of the future will awaken to the full light of consciousness, and he will live consciously in the astral world." So it is my belief as well that if we can just understand symbols and images in a different way, then we will begin to understand our own spirituality in a deeper way. And so I just think that it's very important to pay attention to what you see. And part of that is also what you see in the world around you. So the more that you begin to pay attention to the images and symbols being presented to you, whether that is in your day-to-day life, whether it's in your decorations around your home, or in the movies you watch, the TV shows you watch, as well as the TV commercials. They know the power of symbols, and they will use that power and knowledge for their gain. So you can kind of take away a little bit of the power there when you kind of understand exactly what they're doing. If you do not already have it, I highly suggest that you pick up Taschen's The Book of Symbols, because this book is an awesome guide for anyone who wants to know more about symbols and images and how they can be relaying messages to your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. But in Taschen's The Book of Symbols, right there in the introduction, it states, symbolic energies get incarnated in all the stuff of life through our unconscious projections, which can obscure as well as illuminate. Let me say that again for the ones in the back. It says, symbolic energies get incarnated in all the stuff of life through our unconscious projections, which can obscure as well as illuminate. My set is actually a very good example of trying to use symbolic images to create a good atmosphere for learning. So let's start with the image or symbol of the frog, which you see right behind me here. Frogs can actually be very symbolic of like womb and feminine energies and embryonic waters. Now the frog is born in the water and actually transforms from a tadpole that's only in the water to a frog who can then live on land or water. And therefore, a frog is very flexible in the way that it can change with the environment. And with the shape of the legs, they're also reminded of like a woman in labor pushing out a creation. So the frog is definitely connected to that divine feminine energy of creation. Now, in my background, you can also see there are 2 pillars with a candle on top of each of those. And Taschen's Book of Symbols says of candles and lamps that its illumination of darkness, lamp has been associated with consciousness and its capacity to sustain the flame of life, hope, freedom, creativity, and the sacred and divine. And those candles are 2 pillars, which are very symbolic. You see 2 pillars behind the figure in tarot all the time. And that really represents actions in your life that can lead you to being able to go moving in and out of different levels of mind. And of course, you notice that I am sitting with some windows behind me, and even the windows that you see are symbolic. In Taschen's Book of Symbols, it says, windows are a framing of images resonant with psychic potency. And in the book, it also says that eyes have been called the windows of the soul, and windows the eyes of a house. The third eye of imagination is a window on the inner world of possibility. And if you haven't noticed, one of the main accent colors that I've used here is the color white. And if you watched my previous video all about color magic, then you know that you can use colors with intentions to help you to bring out things that you want to bring out in the consciousness of yourself and others. White is symbolic of innocence, purity, and virtue. And white can also be used as kind of a blank slate so that you can have an open mind to see new possibilities, even in old situations. I could actually keep going on and on about all the different things that you can see here in the background and how symbolically those things are speaking to you as much as I am, except they're speaking to you unconsciously or even just subconsciously. You guys, I have made so many videos on interpreting your dreams and symbols as dream images. All of those videos I've made for you are still there on my channel for you to go back and take a look at if you want to learn more about the symbols, the imagery, and how that is communicating with your mind each and every day. If you are new to all of this, don't you worry, because as you continue to practice learning different symbols and interpreting them for yourself based on your own life experience and intuition, then the more you will have trust in what you are learning. And it's like learning a new language. So you don't expect to sit down and understand a whole new language the first time you've ever heard it, right? You must continue to practice and be repetitive with that practice each and every day to be successful at reading and interpreting symbols. In part 4 of Evolution of Consciousness, I'm going to be talking about the 7 stages of initiation. If you like this video, be sure to click that like button and share this video with all your friends out there. And of course, if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I would love for you to click subscribe down below. And once you have subscribed, you can click the notifications bell if you would like to turn on notifications so that you can be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.